Hello everybody, welcome to the JB&I show. I am your host, Isaac the Fire Hawkton. And today we're going to be talking about Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat! Absolutely. For those of y'all who don't know, I am Isaac the Fire Hawk Middleton. I am a singer, songwriter, author. I have a few books out. You can find it on Amazon KDP, and even Audible and various book platforms as well. I'm also, as I mentioned, a singer. You can find my music on all major music platforms such as Spotify and Apple Music. Spotify do not have few of my current releases. It's a long story, but yeah, I've been removed from Spotify for those particular releases. While we're talking about music, I do have some new music coming out, and yeah, I hope you guys like it and enjoy it. It should be out before the end of this year. I am currently working on it. I don't want to give a date because I'm still working on it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's talk about Mortal Kombat. If you're like me, you probably revisited or researched or been young enough or old enough to remember the first Mortal Kombat 2. I don't think they call it Mortal Kombat 2. I think they called it Mortal Kombat Annihilation or something like that. But with that being said, it was horrible. Don't get me wrong. I am not blaming the actors for it. It was just not a good storyline, and they didn't have the technology that we have now, yada yada stuff. So this new Mortal Kombat 2 is definitely different. A lot of different expectations. Not exactly what I expected. They had Carl Urban playing Johnny Cage. Now, I remember, or for those of y'all who have followed the franchise or whatever, y'all know that Johnny Cage started out as a young guy. They did it differently. Okay, spoiler alert, just in case, because I'm gonna mention some stuff that definitely could be considered a spoiler. Okay, so spoiler alert. Carl Urban, is an older guy, and he's playing Johnny Cage. And when the thing comes into play, he's already at the point of being that washed up action actor type of a thing, right? And the way that they brought him into the Mortal Kombat arena, if you would be, is fitting for him. You know what I mean? So the old Johnny Cage or the younger Johnny Cage would not fit this particular storyline because of the way that they've done it. And I think it's a good thing because of the adaptation. But I did have my doubts in regards to him being able to play Johnny Cage. Not that he's not a good actor. It's just, him being older and Johnny Cage character being younger and all that stuff like that. But they didn't worry about that. They just focused on him at the end of his Hollywood career type of a thing, being older and all that stuff like that. Now, I like the way that they did that. I was skeptical, to say the least. Me being an older actor myself, not obviously not as popular as Carl Urban, but I know the challenges of being an actor and the challenges of being an older actor. I'm sure he doesn't have as much challenges as me, being very talented and well known, from The Boys and all of that. So, but The way that they did it did come out really well. And I wanted to see Katana and how they did her. I think they did a good job with that too. There were certain things I would do a little bit different, but overall, I think it came out very nicely. And the way they brought Baraka in there, it was hilarious, even though some of the stuff he was saying was like serious, but it was also like comedy relief. So it was like, yeah, okay, I can see that. And the Katana's fan, I loved it that they was like, showed she can control it. I'm like, yeah, that's what the video game did. You know what I'm saying? And the other rendition, they didn't show that she had that control, and I was like, come on, guys, y'all could have put that in there. I mean, what are you doing? So when they did put it in there, I was like, okay, that's it. That's it right there. You know what I'm saying? Now, Shere Khan, menacing presence, didn't speak a whole lot, but when he spoke, it was really cool. There were parts in there that I was like, okay, I'm kind of on the fence, but I think it worked out totally. I was really happy that they showed a lot of his powers that is in the video game as far as Shokan, and his what's the word, connivingness, the way that he like, oh, let's do this, let's do that, let's put the medallion so I can be invincible, so I thought that was pretty cool. Which segue bring me to I think his name is Kung Lao, Liu Kang's cousin, as it were. And I thought that was great because in it, he can fight. I don't think anybody else could beat him but Liu Kang. You understand what I'm saying? That fight was off the hook. I love that fight. And everything that's in the video game was in the movie. That fight was awesome. Kung Lao. Oh my goodness, I love that. And him being able to control his hat, teleport, all of that stuff. It's in the video game. To put it in the movie, yes, that's what I want to see. You know what I'm saying? It's a fight. It's a fight game. It's a fight tournament, So it's like, you gotta fight. You gotta be a good, what I'm saying? It gotta be a good fight. There was one part in there that I was skeptical about with Lord Raiden when he got attacked by Kung Lao. It looked like he was trying to go to the room or his meditation room where I think his stone or source of his power or something like that is in that room. But I guess they decided against doing it because when they came back to him after going, somewhere else, when they came back to him, he was just floating in the air. And it wasn't even in the room. It was where he basically got attacked at. And I was like, that was weird. Why did they put it in there if they're not going to, use it? Because in the video game, he has a room where he could basically, cultivate his powers or whatever. And I thought they were going to do that. But then when it came back, they just kind of like forgot about it. And I'm like, why'd they do that? So I had questions in regards to that. But other than that, everything played out good. Jade, being Katana's friend, was in there, and it made sense that she would be like, on the fence or torn, trying to figure out what she's gonna do, and basically betray Katana, and then later on make up for it. I thought that was cool. Now Hanzo, on the other hand, now they brought back Hanzo and they brought back cyborg dude. What is his name? They brought back Bihan. They brought back Kano. That's his name. I thought they did a really good job with Kano. Now I was surprised that they had Kano switch sides, But then when you think about it, it's like, okay, that does kind of make sense. Now, when I think it was Johnny Cage and Kano went into the nether realm and they found Bihan, Kano was like, yo, this is not like bad what everybody was telling me. This is actually pretty good. And he was just like chilling, eating fruit and stuff like that, you know. And Bihan initially was like, nah, that's not my fight. You know what I'm saying? I've done what I needed to do. You know what I'm saying? This is you guys. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm paraphrasing. And I think Johnny Cage or Kano, I can't remember which one right now, but they were like, oh, did I forgot that Bihan was the one that took the amulet and came here to the nether realm. And all of the whole paradise turned into a wasteland, and the fruit that Kano was eating shriveled up, rotten, whatever, and he was like, oh, and then he was like, I am, and he said like his name or whatever, and he was like, I am at your service. I am here for Bihan. That was awesome. And speaking of Bihan, I love the way they brought Bihan back, because that is in the video game. Hanzo Hoshaki versus Bihan. That was awesome. And that battle was magnificent. And it had comedy spots in there, and he was just like, oh no, Johnny Cage. And he was like, oh, this is hilarious. He was like, everybody got powers. And it was like, what is your power? He was like, I don't know. I don't know what my powers are. Somebody show me what my powers. But it was funny. And because like everybody had powers but Johnny Cage until the very, 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 very end, but I don't even think he even realized it. But it was really good. Now, one of the things I kind of knew was going to happen, because, so the story can happen, King Jarrett had to fight Shao Kahn, and you knew King Jarrett was going to lose, but it was a good fight. Even though you knew who was going to eventually win, it still was a good fight. That battle was off the hook. You know what I'm saying? That battle was good. And but when he, fatality. Oh, speaking of fatality, they as I said before, spoiler alert, the hero from before that was the hero in the last movie, even Liu Kang himself, mentioned that Raiden said that he's not the hero of this tournament or something to that effect. And the other dude got his head smashed. You know what I'm saying? I think his name was Cole. He got his head smashed. I was like, no, by Shao Kahn. But Shao Kahn is not going to leave any survivors if he has an option. You know what I'm saying? And when he took out Jax, I was like, no, not Jax. But it was, man, I was like, okay, I'm really impressed by the Mortal Kombat 2. I think that they did a really good job in the storytelling and the choreograph and everything. I would love to see, if they decide to do another one. Even Sindel was great. And people speculating, like, who's going to be the next big bad, because in this one, I believe Shao Kahn died. Not that they can't bring him back, but I'm saying, like, is the new big bad going to be someone else? Is it going to be Quan Chi? Oh, man. Kano and Quan Chi had the best jokes going on. It was funny. It was hilarious. He was calling them all kind of names and stuff. It was awesome. I highly recommend this movie if you haven't seen it already. If you have seen it, let me know what you think about it. did I hit on all the points that you think that the movie is about, and how it kept the trueness to the video games as far as like the moves and everything, and continue to tell a storyline that is interesting as well as captivating, because in Sonya Blade, she actually had her powers in this one, because in the other one, not the one a few years ago, but like the last one many years ago, it didn't show none of her powers in that regard. And I was like, no, you gotta show the powers. And that made, when they showed the powers, I was like, yes, finally. So I thought that was pretty cool. So yeah, let me know what you think about Mortal Kombat 2. Did you like it? Did you didn't like it? Mortal Kombat has been around for over 30 years at this point, and there's several renditions of it. I think there's video game movies that came out, and so you have so many different, if they were going to do another one, there's so many different bad guys they could choose from. Aside from bringing Shao Kahn back, they could do Krona, I think her name is. They can also do Quan Chi. They could do Shang Tsung. There's so much direction that they could do in this franchise if they were going to do another one in a few years. But I think they did a really, really good job in this one. Let me know your thoughts about it, okay? All right. The other story I want to talk about is The Legend of Vox Machina. And it's basically a cartoon. I was call it an adult cartoon because it has a lot of things in there for adults. You know what I'm saying? It's not made for kids, okay? I think they're in their 4th season, if I'm not mistaken. I enjoy watching it because it's like these guys are the last, or what was I going to say? Anti-heroes. I don't know if they would fall in the category of anti-heroes, but they wouldn't be the first choice of the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But somehow they always manage to come together and make it work, and that's important. And I'm so happy to see that Vox Machina is going on, and the season with the dragons were wow. I was like, okay, it kind of reminded me to a degree. It kind of reminded me of Fairy Tale, for those of y'all who remember that, with Fairy Tale with the dragon slayers and all that, and the different types of dragon slayers. Man, this one was different. I mean, you had the fire dragon, and then this one, I think the fire dragon was evil, but in Fairy Tale, the fire dragon was good. And then you had the poison dragon. That was immense, because like everything, even his lava, his fire, everything was toxic. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, that really how you gonna defeat that guy? So yeah, I thought that was really good in the way that they put everything together and all that. And but it took a dragon to defeat a dragon, so I thought that was, interesting. That was different. I'm interested to see if they come up with a new season and when and what it's going to be about. And there's ongoing storylines in there and stuff that I think that made it a really good series, because it's not your traditional, and that's the way it came on. I think it was in season 1 or season 2. It's not your traditional where heroes party. It's more like the misfit party when nobody else there is nobody else, you know what I'm saying? And so that's why I was like, okay, all right, I can see why it's so alluring, and everybody have their own precepts and their own ideologies and such like that, but they still manage to come together and make it happen. So I thought that was interesting, and the way that they do it is really cool. All right. That's Legend of Vox Machina. It's on Amazon. It's adult animation, action, adventure, has some comedy, has a lot of comedy, fantasy. And it does have some really interesting moments or dark moments. Sometimes you will see like they'll show an image of something, you know, and then, you know, from that image, you know exactly what it is. You know what I mean? So if you haven't seen The Legend of Vox Machina, definitely check it out. The IMDb rating for Vox Machina is 8.4, which is not bad. That's 8.4 out of 10. So that's not bad at all. So those are my reviews for the JB&I show this time around. Hopefully, like, you know, you guys, you know, have seen it. Let me know what you think about it. The JB&I show is a podcast. What's up to all my podcast listeners out there? What's up? How you doing? As well as I posted on YouTube. It's a video as well. Hello to everybody in video land. So it's going to be on YouTube and some other video platforms, as well as all major podcast platforms. So check it out. Let me know what you think, okay? And my new album, my new song is on schedule to come out this year. I have not started on my Christmas song because I'm trying to get this album and such done. So once the album is done and is out, I'll start doing the Christmas song. So more than likely, I won't get to the Christmas song until next year, God willing. Okay? All right, y'all. So, you know, have a wonderful day. Enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Find a reason to smile. Absolutely. If you have a movie or TV show, even a video game you want me to review or talk about, send it my way at the IME Enterprises with the Z at gmail.com. And yeah. I'll get it on for you. Also, check out the IMEI radio station. I play top 40 and indie music. I'm DJ Firehawk on there. I got 2 shows, one in the morning, one in the afternoon. The morning is the morning rush, and the afternoon is the afternoon cruise. Absolutely. You can even find some of my stuff on Mixcloud and yeah. All right, y'all. Y'all have a wonderful and great and glorious day. I am the Fire Hawk. Bye.